Hey, I wanted to ask about Nicki Minaj because she's like, very in the news these days. Has like, you're doing a face right now.
We don't mess with Nicki.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Did you used to mess with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, you had to, but I will be clear, I have always loved Cardi more.
Okay.
And clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki.
Totally. So you kind of flipped on her. What was the moment you decided that I just can't anymore?
I just don't do sellouts, especially in this moment, right? Like, things are too serious. There are too many people that are being harmed. And especially with her being an immigrant, then deciding to go and cozy up to this administration that is specifically putting targets on the backs of immigrants and anyone who stands with them. Even if they're U.S. citizens, they can catch a bullet. That is wrong. And I don't even understand how you can play with it and pretend like it's anything but wrong.
Why do you think she's doing it then?
Listen, I don't know if it's because she looking for some papers for some people, or if she's looking for them other papers, because I hear that she got family members that's got a little, a few little issues, right? And so maybe she needs them other papers, because he love to hand those out, usually at a cost, right? But going after people like Don Lemon, who I love dearly, just wrong. Like, she's just on the wrong side of history. So I hope that people.
So Jasmine Crockett says she loves Cardi B more than Nicki Minaj. And she's listing her reasons because Nicki Minaj is standing on the side and working with the Trump administration and standing up for Christian values and standing up for illegal immigration, standing up against all of that. But this is what we see for the Democrats. We see this gang mentality that I always talk about. If you don't agree 100% with what we doing, then we not with you. You're against us. We're going to try to tear you down. As you see, instead of just talking about Nicki Minaj, now you want to talk about the family. Now you want to talk about this. There's nothing off limits when it comes to the Democrats. They continue to keep going and keep trying to break you down because you're not with them. So now all of a sudden you're a Cardi B fan because Nicki Minaj is with the other side. Jasmine Crockett is one of those people that she's good at clickbait. That's what she does. She wants the attention on her no matter what, whether it's for wrong takes, good takes, bad takes. That's what she wants. She wants the energy and everybody to be on her. I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't staged as well. But that's what we see for the Democrats. When we get back to the party that we're talking about, the Democratic Party, they want you to agree with everything that they're doing. The things that they say, oh, we're for illegal immigrants, and they say they are upset that Nicki Minaj is not with them because Nicki Minaj is not from here. Okay, we get that. So they're saying she's supposed to be loyal to us regardless. That's the problem with the Democrats. That's the reason why they're upset with the black community, because they feel like we should be loyal to them regardless what they say. We should be with them. We should ride with them, even though what they stand for is not correct. That's the problem with the liberals and the Democrats. That's what you see. They're for these policies that don't make any sense. They're for transgenders. They're for women performing with kids. I mean, men performing with women in women's sports. They're for illegal immigration. They're for all these things that don't make sense. That's the problem. But then you have somebody like Jasmine Crockett trying to break somebody down, talking about their family because Nicki Minaj is not on their side. What we see with this Nicki Minaj thing and the Democrats is she's speaking her mind. She's being herself. She is sticking with her moral values. And her moral values do not align with the Democrat Party. So that's why they're upset. That's why they're going to use somebody like a Jasmine Crockett to attack her over and over again because she's a black woman. What we see from the left is they've done it through history is they have used black people to continue to push their agenda or to attack other black people that are not for their side. It's just sad. It's just sad. Sometimes, if I don't respect your opinion, I don't respect it. But I won't go out there clowning your family, putting all your business out there, saying this and saying that. That makes me look worse than the person that I'm disagreeing with. But they don't care. What we see from them is that they have no, rules of engagement. They have no stopping point. They're going to keep going until that person is destroyed. It's like a get down or lay down mentality that they have.
Remember all of this when she comes back and she's broke and she's begging for money and support, because something tells me MAGA ain't gonna do it for her.
If Nicki came out with a summer jam and you couldn't not bop your head to it, Do you think you'd still have to turn it off when you're in the car to come on the radio, or like, can you divorce those two things?
I think that there are plenty of people. I'll give you an example. R. Kelly, right? A lot of people took issue with R. Kelly. R. Kelly obviously is serving and doing his time right now. But something tells me that people are still bumping R. Kelly somewhere, somehow, right? I think that there are people that can divorce the art. For me, it is more so about like your dollars. Like, are you going to support with your dollars certain things? Because it's the dollars that have given her a platform in the first place. Otherwise, Donald Trump wouldn't even know who she was. No one would know who she was, but for the dollars that were used to support her that allowed her to have the platform that she has. Do you want to continue to support or elevate a person's platform who's then going to turn around and do things that are demeaning to us as a society?
It's interesting to me that like she's like the mega hero right now, but she's not included in their halftime Super Bowl show. You know how they're doing a Turning Points halftime show? Kid Rock is headlining. I assumed that Nicki was going to headline, but she's not even on the bill. It's a surprise. Why do you think Nicki's not on there?
She may now understand her place as it relates to MAGA, but maybe she won't.
It's just crazy how people come up with so many stories and stuff like that. Maybe she didn't want to do it. How about that? Maybe she wants you guys to let them have that. What we see is from the left, they like to spread a lot of rumors. They like to spread a lot of things that are just distasteful. Sometimes you just got to take the L and move on. I think one of the biggest things that the left didn't really foresee is Nicki Minaj supporting Trump. I don't think they ever thought in a million years that will work. I don't think I don't think they thought that will happen, because you can see they're so ill prepared in response of Nicki Minaj joining Trump. What they say is, well, she's going against her crowd where her fans are still loyal, where her streams have went up, when her Google searches have went up more than anybody else at the Grammys during the Grammys, and she wasn't even at the Grammys. They know what type of power that Nicki Minaj has. She has a far greater power than Cardi B. And I think they're upset with that. Because when you hear Nicki Minaj speak, she speaks with intellect. She speaks on what's actually going on, and she can hold a conversation about these issues. They didn't like that. Am I saying Cardi B is not smart? I'm not saying she's not smart, but the way that she talks is a little bit different than Nicki Minaj, where Nicki Minaj is a little more eloquent and a little more discussing these issues. They wanted Nicki on their side because Nicki's base is what? Gay people. LGBT, they supported her. But at the end of the day, she's not against those type of people. She's just saying, don't push that on the kids. That's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say she's against her people. She's never said that she's against that. She's never said that she doesn't want that. She never said that. What she said is, I don't want that to be implanted or forced on the kids. Let the kids be kids, and when they turn 18, that's their decision. But what you see for the left, they're trying to change the message. They're trying to use somebody like a Jasmine Crockett to, stab at her, push at her. But what Jasmine Crockett is doing, she knows what she's doing. She's going to talk about Nicki in hopes and response that Nicki returns and talks bad about her so she can get the publicity. What I always say in my previous video, people do things and they throw rocks at people above them. It's because they want their attention, but they also want the publicity. And that's what Jasmine Crockett is doing. Instead of running on good issues, instead of talking about things, how she can help her community and help the state of Texas, she talks about all these issues outside of Texas instead of worrying about Texas. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's always going to keep this thing rock, keep it going. I appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you join the Go Getter Patreon. Links in the description below. Also, make sure you check out the live stream Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. No Filter Morning Show. Check it out. Join the live stream, comment, talk about real things. But I appreciate you guys' support, and I'm out.